Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you're listening or watching from. My name is Obafemi Dari, and I'll be your English teacher. In this section, I'll be teaching you vocabulary development. There are so many words that are used in exams for antonyms and synonyms, and this appears to be the bigger part of English examinations, especially for POST-JAMB, for JAMB, for WAEC, for NECO, and other SSC examinations. So we're going to look at a few words that are common, their synonyms, their antonyms, and the questions are asked about them. The first one we're going to be looking at is genial. The word genial means friendly. When you are genial, you are said to be convivial. Alright? But when you are not genial, the opposite, you are said to be irritable. When you are irritable, you are hostile, you are unfriendly. But when you are genial, you are said to be what? Friendly. You are said to be congenial, and so on and so forth. So you probably will see a word like this or irritable in an exam, or a word that looks familiar but not genial. So you need to understand, whenever you study a word on your own, you need to look at the several synonyms you may have and the different antonyms that exist, so that when questions like a glass of wine always makes me genial. This is genial. Option A, the question again, a glass of wine always makes me genial. Option A, we have tipsy. This is synonyms. Option B, we have affable. Option C, we have inhospitable. And option D, we have alive. Don't forget that the word genial means friendly. Alright? And the word tipsy has nothing to do with friendly. Neither is inhospitable or alive. The answer is affable. Affable is another word for genial. Affable. Let's look at one more question based on the idea of genial. Alright. Other words for genial, other words that mean genial is approachable. We have approachable. We have hospitable. And opposites, we have inhospitable. Clubby is another word. Clubby, extroverted, amiable, and so on and so forth. Our next question we have, while he expected his Muslim neighbors to be irritable, he found them dash. Option A, we have aloof. B, we have beautiful. C, we have convivial. And option D, we have antagonistic. Now look at the question. While he expected his Muslim neighbors to be irritable. What is irritable? Irritable means unfriendly. It means easily angered. They feel offended so easily. Impatient, unfriendly, they just fight, So such people are said to be antagonistic and so on. So opposites of irritable then will be friendly, and the answer is convivial, which is what we have here. Exam can come with congenial, it can come with affable. You need to be ready. You need to increase your vocabulary. The next word now is impeccable. Impeccable. The word impeccable means perfect. It means perfect, it means flawless. Flawless, it means exemplary. Exemplary, it means faultless. Faultless. When something is perfect, you can call it impeccable. You can say she has an impeccable character, something that is almost perfect, that is the word impeccable. And if something is not flawless, if it's not perfect, if it's not faultless, we call it imperfect. Imperfect. So here is the opposite, imperfect, of impeccable. Another opposite is blemished. blemished, we have flawed, we have wrong, we have sinful, we have corrupt. These are words that can form opposites of the word impeccable. Let's look at a few questions on how impeccable is asked in exam. Number one, some people claimed that the immediate past president life was impeccable. And this is underlined. Option A, we have exemplary. Option B, we have unquestionable. Option C, we have flawed. And option D, we have peaceful. Alright? So the question here, this is antonyms. Antonyms means opposite. The word impeccable means perfect. And the opposite of this will be something that is not perfect. It couldn't be exemplary because exemplary also means impeccable. It can't be unquestionable. When something is unquestionable, it means it is perfect, it is absolute, and as a result, it's cool. So this is not the answer. It should be flawed. Flawed is the direct opposite of flawless. It's the direct opposite of perfect. It's even there. So this is our answer. Let's look at one more question that borders around impeccable. Number 2, we have he has an impeccable sense of timing. That means he has a perfect sense of timing. Option A, we have inflexible. Option B, we have impeachable. Option C, we have ideal. And option D, we have imperfect. Imperfect. Alright? Imperfect. If we have to look at the opposite of the first one was antonyms, so the nearest in meaning of impeccable would be ideal. Synonyms. Synonyms will give us ideal. If you really know many words, if you can increase your vocabulary, questions on antonyms and synonyms will make a lot of sense to you. Go straight and pick a right answer as soon as possible. Let's look at more words. The next word we're going to look at is gingerly. Gingerly. The word gingerly means carefully. When something is done gingerly, it's done in a courteous or careful manner. Alright, so the word is carefully or courteously. Courteously. We also mean warily. That's the word gingerly. But opposite of gingerly will now be recklessly. Recklessly. It defines or it talks about what is done anyhow. It means carelessly. Carelessly and so on. Let's look at a few questions that will help us understand gingerly. Question number 1. The manager entered the conference. The manager entered the conference of gingerly. Normally, if you weren't taught about gingerly, you could have thought, gingerly, that means he entered in a rough manner. That's not the case. Let's look at options. Option A, we have boldly. Option B, we have hurriedly. Option C, we have carelessly. And option D, we have circumspectly. Circumspectly. So what is the answer? We're looking for nearest in meaning, synonyms. Alright? And gingerly means carefully. So the only one that looks like carefully is the word circumspectly. So in case you're jotting, you should likely add circumspectly to courteously. Let's look at one more question. So number 2, the boys stepped on the broken bottles warily. Don't forget that the word warily means carefully, and here we're looking for what? Option A, intentionally. Option B, we have recklessly. C, we have consciously. And option D, we have unconsciously. So we have warily to mean carefully, and if you have to look for the opposite of warily, then it's going to be what? Recklessly. But if you have to look for the nearest in meaning of warily, it will be what? Cautiously. So here we're looking for antonyms, and our only answer will be warily, the reckless. Our next word is mercurial. Mercurial. If you are mercurial, or if somebody is described as being mercurial, it means they change their mood very fast. They are unpredictable. Somebody who is mercurial has a mood swing so fast. They are so unpredictable. And so words like mercurial means temperamental. When you are mercurial, you are impulsive. Somebody who is mercurial is said to be capricious, erratic, unpredictable. But if you are not all these, what are you? You are stable. You are predictable. Let's look at a few questions on how this is answered. First, we're going to look at synonyms. The synonyms we have are mercurial, temperament, tones, affiance, of. Option A, indifferent. Option B, meticulous. Option C, predictable. And option D, unstable. For a question like this is mercurial, we're looking for synonyms. Don't forget the word mercurial means impulsive, capricious, you just change your mood at any time, you're unpredictable. So for synonyms then, it can be meticulous. To be meticulous means to be careful. It can be indifferent. To be indifferent means unconcerned. It's not predictable. It's actually the opposite. But for synonyms, our answer is unstable. That means opposite of stable, unstable. Alright. Question number 2 now. It is a well-known fact. That the chairman's wife is capricious. Option A, to be capricious, option A we have meticulous. Option B, nosy. Let me change this one to impulsive. We're looking at antonyms. Option C, boisterous. Option D, redundant. Our word is capricious, and when you are capricious, it means you are temperamental, you are everything that was described earlier. So opposite of this will not be impulsive. Of course, capricious means impulsive. It won't be nosy, it won't be boisterous, it won't be... Sorry, this is not supposed to be part of this. This is supposed to be unvarying. Yeah, unvarying. So capricious, this is not the answer, neither is it this. Of course, the answer is unvarying. Because to vary means to be like this. You are not stable, so when you are unvarying, it means you are stable, which is the opposite of being capricious. It's the word spurious. The word spurious means fake. It means inauthentic. It means bogus. It means apocryphal. That's the word spurious. Spurious means not original. It means pseudo. Pseudo. So opposite of spurious will now be original, authentic, and so on and so forth. Let's look at a few questions that will help us understand this. The first one is the judge, let me put it here. The judge has dismissed the case as spurious. The judge has dismissed the, let's say, lawsuit as bogus. Let's start with this, bogus. Option A could be phony, B, perceptible. Option C is spurious, and D is valid. Alright, it starts with nearest in meaning, which is synonyms. Antonyms. So the word is bogus. Opposite of this will now be what? Option A, phony. This is antonyms, not synonyms. So what is the opposite of bogus? Opposite of bogus cannot be phony. The word phony is also fake. Phony. Perceptible means understandable, it means clear, it means lucid, it means graspable. Yeah, that's the word perceptible means. The word spurious also means fake. Alright, you could add it there. And the word valid is the opposite of fake. So if you're looking for the opposite of bogus, our answer is valid. The next question around spurious will be nearest in meaning, synonyms. Synonyms. And the question is the allegations against the First Lady have been proven to be spurious. If you are looking for the nearest meaning, you will get the answer yourself. Option A, we have genuine. Option B, we have contrived. Option C, we have manipulative. And option D, we have genuine. Alright, this looks a little confusing, but calm down. The question is spurious. And if you're looking for nearest in meaning to spurious, it's automatically not genuine. Genuine is the opposite of spurious. Contrived, manipulative is nothing as regard the answer. And the word genuine means childish, immature, puerile. So the answer is contrived. Vindicate. When you are vindicated of a crime, it means in also kill, you are not part of the crime, you are free, you are excused, you are exonerated, you are exculpated, you are not part of the crime. So the word vindicate means absolve, alright? It means excuse, it means exonerate, it means exculpate. But if you are not vindicated of the crime, you are convicted, alright? It means convict, incriminate. You are condemned. You are condemned, you are convicted, you are punished, and so on. So let's look at a few questions on how vindicate comes out in exam. Number one, we have his uncle. His uncle was vindicated of rape by the video he recorded at the place of the incident. Alright, vindicated. Option A, we have accused. Option B, absolved. Option C, found guilty. And option D, we have sued. So the word is vindicate. We are looking for nearest in meaning. Synonyms. Nearest in meaning. So which other word looks like that? It couldn't be this, suit. It couldn't be found guilty because vindicate is you are not part of the crime, our answer is absolved and not accused. The second one now is about antonyms. Look at this question. Antonyms. The question, the letter written by the deceased exculpated the accused. Option A, exonerated. Option B, omitted the identity of. Option C, incriminated. And option D, justified. So we're looking for the opposite of exculpated. To be exculpated is to be exonerated, vindicated, or absolved. An opposite of that would be convicted, condemned, or incriminated. That's the answer. Thank you very much. I hope you have a very nice day.